Okay, that's a great question. It's a great question. So, what is meditation? Meditation is an opportunity to sit quietly with the mind without distractions in order to understand ourselves and the mind. Now, when we think about people going off into caves or whatever, it can really easily be misunderstood because meditation isn't about escape. It's about an opportunity to reduce distractions in order to help us to understand the mind, how the mind works, and to create a more positive and pliable situation, a flexible mind that can be responsive to the world, to people, and so forth. So meditation is designed to help us to build better relationships, a better relationship with ourselves in terms of sometimes there are parts of ourselves we don't know very well, or we have an aversion to, and parts of ourselves we may be happier about, and so there can be a tremendous division. So in meditation, these are the sorts of things that we want to look at. Meditation is used, as I say, to build our self-knowledge and to encourage a more flexible and pliable mind. So all of those things, can be very beneficial. So in Buddhism, there are two primary types of meditation. One is called tranquility meditation, shamatha, and the other is called vipassana, or analytical meditation. Now, the analytical meditation of this particular type is more practiced in Tibetan Buddhism, actually, but tranquility meditation, or shamatha, is a basis of the commonly practiced meditation throughout the different traditions. So I often describe a meditator as becoming a scientist of the mind. The mind is very special. It's special because the only mind that we can, the only mind I can reflect upon and look at and manage and transform is my own mind. I can't get the same insight into anybody else's mind as I can my own. And that's true of all of us. And so one purpose of meditation is the tranquility aspect, and that is to broaden and expand the mind and have a gentle point of concentration. So it's not to come in narrowly to look at watching the breath or watching an object. It is to broaden the mind, to open the mind up, and then have a gentle focus, such as feeling the breath as it comes and goes through the nostrils, something like that. Or we look at an object, or it's just a matter of settling the mind. So when we say settling the mind, what we tend to need to do on a daily basis when we're out in the world is we need to respond to what's in the mind and what's around us. Our senses will pick up different things. We need to, respond quickly if we're driving the car, at work, with our family, and so on. There's many things we need to do. And so the space, if you like, between the thought and the action, or the thought and the response, is much tighter, is tight. So in meditation, we try and open that up so that we become, just within our meditation, less responsive to the thoughts and activities of the mind, the mental arising, the sensory input. We keep a sense of stability, so that there's some type of neutrality, if you like, within the meditation, to provide us with an opportunity to become open, expansive, relaxed, and we observe as thoughts and mental events come and go in the mind without engaging too tightly in them. So this is to provide us with peace, tranquility, equanimity. But then to understand the mind, to get insight into how the mind can be disturbed, how the mind can be peaceful. What is it like when the mind is very active or agitated? What is it like when the mind is quite still or even sleepy? We start to have a look at the mind in a more analytical perspective. So the analysis is to help us to build both understanding and wisdom in how the mind works. So when we start to work with insight meditation, there are really particular analytical questions that we can ask ourselves. So if we really feel that our thoughts are solid or our emotions are solid, we can start to question that. Is this thought solid? Does it look exactly the same now as it did when it entered my mind a few moments ago? We can ask things like, does the thought have weight and colour and size and shape, or is it ethereal? Has it been created? Is it a creative arising in the mind? And that creativity can arise and fall. It doesn't require us to be disturbed by it, and so this provides us, going back to the idea of transformation, this provides us with an opportunity to see how pliable and flexible the mind is, and how somewhat interconnected we are with the world, how we respond to the world, and so on. And it really is the immediate benefits of meditation are to increase our self-knowledge, hopefully to really build a sense of peace and happiness, and by so doing reduce any suffering or disturbance we might have, so that we simply lead a more fulfilling, happier, more connected life, so that we're not swayed by too many things. There's a sense of equanimity, connection with ourselves and others. So that's really what we want to do with meditation.